Hello, I'm Leslie Harvey, a third year computer engineering student at the University of Florida. This poster is from my undergraduate research work in the spring 20 semester with my advisor Ashish Aggarwal from the Engineering Education Department. As the adaptation of the flipped classroom pedagogy increases in CS1 courses, students are expected to familiarize themselves with the weekly course content before the class. While there are many factors that contribute to students' performance in flipped CS1 courses, understanding how outside classroom engagement with the course content affects students' overall course performance can give insights into effective student behavior. In this poster, we present an analysis of students' quiz and homework submission times in a flipped CS1 course for non-majors using MATLAB. Our research questions are: how do quiz and homework submission times affect students' performance in the CS1 course? And what role does prior programming experience have in influencing students' performance with respect to their quiz and homework submission times? In total, there were 145 engineering students divided into three sections. The majority of the students were from mechanical engineering. Overall, there were 64% male and 35% female students. 63% of the students did not have any prior programming experience, and 37% students did have the prior programming experience. In this flipped CS1 course, a typical week looked like this. Lectures were released on Wednesdays, and students were expected to watch these videos and complete a quiz before the class on Monday. In the class, students practiced short programming problems. After the class, they were expected to work on a homework due on Friday. We analyzed the submission from all the 11 quizzes and the 10 homeworks. A time remaining value was generated by subtracting the student's latest submission time from the deadline for every submission. We then calculated the median of time remaining values for quizzes and the median of time remaining values for homework assignments and averaged them to create an aggregate time remaining value for every student. Every student was then categorized into one of the four groups based on the aggregate time remaining shown in the table below. Group 1 refers to students whose aggregate time remaining was less than 6 hours, Group 2 from 6 to 12 hours, Group 3 12 to 24 hours, and Group 4 referring to the students who submitted their assignments 24 hours before the deadline. This bar graph here represents the number of students in each group based on prior programming experience. Results from a one-way ANOVA indicates that students who, on average, submitted quizzes and homeworks prior to 24 hours before the assignment's due date, that is Group 4, had significantly higher exam scores as compared to students who submitted during the last 24 hours, that is Groups from 1 to 3. On analyzing further and considering the prior programming experience, we find that this difference is insignificant with the students who do have prior programming experience, but is significant with students who do not have prior programming experience. This graph shows the mean exam score of every group category based on prior program experience. We can see that in Group 4, which indicates students who submitted their assignments prior to 24 hours of deadline, students with no prior experience, shown in blue, scored equivalently as students who did have prior program experience, shown in orange, which is certainly not the case in other groups. This indicates that early submission of assignments can help students who do not have prior program experience in improving their overall course performance. These results suggest that instructors can encourage certain types of behavioral engagement with certain student populations in flipped CS1 courses, either through instructional design or through explicit recommendation. This could especially be helpful as a growing number of students with mixed abilities enroll in CS1 courses. Thank you very much, and let us know if you have any questions or feedback.